as you are producing, right? They will start rising like that. So your total variable cost will tend to be like that. Because they start rising and then starting falling off. Why? Why do you think they start rising sharply and then they start, tapering off? Because of the law of variable proportion, or what we call increasing return scale, economies of scale. Remember what we talked about earlier on, that you increase, you employ one more labor. Initially, you start having bigger output, okay? And later on, it starts declining. Return scale, diminishing return scale. Why do we say diminishing return scale? It's because of capacity. Some of this, for example, your land can only have a certain capacity of how many bags of beans it can produce. So initially, when you increase your inputs, your raw materials, you start getting higher yield. Okay? You increase one more bag, one more person, two more people, and like that, you start increasing your production. You reach a stage where the land cannot increase anymore. Together? And that's the law we are talking about. That's why initially you seem to be gaining, but later on you start losing off. And later it becomes even a loss. So your 1 acre of land, you can increase it from one person to 2 people to 3 people, and you will see that you are getting more bags. Or from 1 bag to another bag of fertilizer to make it 2, 3 bags of fertilizer, 4 bags of fertilizer, 5 bags of fertilizer for that 1 acre. You will see an improvement in your production, but you will reach a stage where you can't, where now you are just losing money by putting in more and more and more fertilizer in that just 1 acre of land. So that's what we call technical capacity, technical limits or capacity having been reached. Now, this is total variable cost. What do you think? Where is the total cost curve look like? It will look like this one, but it will start there, right? Right? Yes. Total costs are never zero, because fixed costs are never zero. Okay? We said total costs are equal to fixed cost plus variable cost, right? Fixed costs are always there, whether you're producing or not. So when you are not producing, fixed costs are the same as total cost. So if you wanted to plot a graph of total cost, it will start not here, it will start there. So it will also be something like that. It will start there. So the total cost curve will also start there. I mean, start there and behave in similar fashion. So when you go and look in these economic books, when you see those things, I'm trying to provide explanation. Why the total cost curves are starting somewhere there, and why they behave like that. Because of the law of variable proportion, or increasing returns, diminishing returns, and all those processes are the ones which seem to educate us on how the curve will look like. Now, if you were to take averages, what will happen? For example, if you wanted to take average of this fixed cost, and then you have average fixed cost. If you wanted to understand that concept, average fixed cost, you know fixed costs do not change with output. They are the same. Whether you are producing 0 or you are producing 100 baht, fixed costs are the same. So what will happen to average fixed cost? They will become lower as you produce more, right? Yeah, sure. Huh? Okay. Fixed costs do not change with output. Total fixed costs do not change with output. Now, if you want to take the average of something which is not changing from one baht, okay? Average. So you have fixed costs. You say you want to take average, meaning you have to put Q here, right? Output. Okay? So that's how we found the average total cost. We say total cost divided by quantity, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, average fixed cost, we will say fixed cost divided by quantity. So what will happen once you start producing? Yeah, because you are increasing this thing here, and this one is always the same. The top one is the same, and the bottom one is increasing. So the answer is going to be smaller and smaller, right? Yeah. Come on, say yes. Yeah. The answer will be smaller and smaller. So when you are trying to do a curve here, the curve will actually look like this. Okay? It will be higher when you have no production, when you are near here, lower when you are going that side. Average fixed costs are higher when you are just producing one item or two items. But average fixed costs become almost nothing when you are producing 1,000 pieces. You are increasing this thing, and yet the top one is not moving. You are already increasing here, so the answer is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. That's why you get it like this. It goes down. You can do average variable cost as well. So we can also try to plot an average variable cost, how it looks like. remove both of them. Sorry. So what is also very important is the issue of these capacities I was talking about. That the reason this comes to behave like that later on as output increases is because of capacities and technical specifications. That you reach a stage where you can no longer benefit by increasing production. Now, this is the understanding of what we call a short line. Meaning, when you are looking at it from a year's point of view or 2 years, it's a short line thing. You cannot do anything to change the specification. In the long run, you can actually have a different situation. So, for example, a company in the long run can buy a better machinery, for example. Or, in the long run, you may have a situation where you have developed a higher yielding crop, such that if you plant on that same 1 acre, this high yielding seed will actually make a difference and no longer give you a limitation. So you can increase output in the long run. In the short run, it becomes just a waste of money to continue increasing. It just becomes too and more expensive for no good return in the short run. But in the long run, you can change things. That is why we also remember when we were discussing the production function, that you assume that technology is fixed in the short run. And also when you remember when we tried to draw this thing here. I think it was something like this. This production frontier, production possibility. Okay? And we say you can go this way when technology has changed. Otherwise, your possibility is within that line. But for you to be out of it can be because technology has changed. So, for example, you can only produce maize and beans. You can put all your land and labor to produce only beans, maize or only beans. and 1 quarter and blah blah, but you only be moving here because technology is fixed. But you can produce at that same acre of land, you can produce more of each if the technology has improved, and that's how you will expand to start producing on this other one now. So it's the same kind of concept that we are dealing with. When we are looking at this cost function, this is a short run thing. You can also do plot the marginal cost curve. And it will also behave in the same way. Initially, you gain. Your cost becomes lower initially, and then starts going up again. It goes down and then it starts going up again. This MC. The same concept in the short line. Marginal cost will be lower in the beginning and then start increasing as output gets bigger and bigger. And that's why I said the best option is where you have MP being equal to MR. That's where you should stop. That is just for cost and output map or graph. We are not putting revenues there, of course. MR that have been produced there is from the discussion that we have had, knowing that whatever you are selling has a price. Marginal cost is the cost of producing an extra output. Marginal revenue is the benefit of selling an extra output. So the two must be equal for you to say, okay, this is my maximum point. When one becomes bigger, so when marginal revenue is bigger than marginal cost, you can continue. But once marginal cost starts overtaking marginal revenue, now you are in trouble. Why are you in problems? Why? You didn't hear that I talked about the problem. Marginal cost must equal marginal revenue. Why? Marginal cost is the cost of producing an extra item. Okay? Which you have to sell, right? Yeah. Now, marginal revenue is the money you get by selling one additional item. Okay? So you sell it and get money. Remember, marginal cost is the cost of producing this marginal extra output. So you are talking about an extra unit in both cases. Okay? So if you are earning more from this extra unit than it is costing you, you better increase. Try to make another one. Like there's another, as long as you are making more money than it is costing you to produce. So as long as MR is higher than MC, you are good to go. You can continue and maximize profit. You are making profit, but you can make it bigger and bigger as long as this situation is obtaining. Until you find a situation where MC is equal to MR, then you stop. That will be your optimal level of output where you should stop. To better, come on, it should be very clear. But you can ask me a question if you are not clear, my dear student. Osaka kushika complain kunja kuti simunambe. Tell me here. Tell me here. Let's solve the problem here. Let us solve the problem in here. Pamene simunambe ni pati ni bwereke. Osa chita manyazi. You are here to learn, so if you haven't heard about it, if you know you can go and read and understand more, and when you read you still can't understand, call me. Because the idea is that from here you go and read. Just some guys university in George. Ndimesema kusira George university basi George. Simuzaona ndi kutenga kope. Every teacher will do that. Some will just aita bimu kaya PowerPoint. You know? Wewe na makazi subject unaweza kufuta. Hakuna jibe niko. Jibe kama PowerPoint ndio. I don't so Tuesday amazing now. I would explore you that you go and read this Kukoreji kumafuna maberenga. After the teacher, go and read it. Pamele simu kuvesa. Yes.
I didn't really understand the meaning of average revenue.
Average revenue. Oh, average revenue. Okay. Average revenue is basically total revenue divided by the number of students you have sold. Okay? Average revenue. Average revenue. Meaning on average. And that concept reminded me. And that concept is you should link it to price as well. Because average revenue means just total revenue divided by the concept you have sold. How many bags of maize have you sold? So you take total revenue divided by your bag. So it will give you average total revenue. Okay? Are we clear? And when you look at it, what does it tell us? We need to be equal to the price you sold the bag for. We need to be equal to the price. It may or it may not be. Because in town dinner, you might be selling these products at over time. Now you are calculating average total revenue in a year, for example, and your financial year of your company. You might, maybe sometimes prices were better, sometimes they were lower. At the end of the year, you can calculate average total revenue, but that does not, we may not actually be equal to the price at which you were selling. Okay? But the concept, it gives you very close understanding. Average total revenue can give you an understanding of the picture of the market. And it can give you a picture about whether you are making money or not as well. Just as the other one, average. The other average is that we calculate. But it should be nice thing to know. You know, a lot of you are not going to be economists, but you are in your own program. But this subject of economics, fortunately, is for everybody. And kaya mukamaliza second year, third year, mukakalazima options what for the economics class, I would encourage you to take it. Because we in economics we talk about day-to-day life. If we are like politicians in a way, because politics affects everybody. Economics affects everybody. Whether you are kunyumba, whether you are a student, whether you are working, economics affects everybody. You have to think about resource allocation. Too many things you want, very little money you have. You have to make decisions, make sacrifices. There are opportunity costs. There are all those things you have to deal with them in your day-to-day life. So it's better to understand them. If there's a subject being offered to understand these concepts, take it. And it will help you in any field. Whether you from here you become a doctor or you become a lawyer, anything you may think of, economics is about day-to-day life. Or maybe you want to be not employed, just start your own business. Short-run margin, of course, is this one. This one. Each. What does it mean? It means it's high initially. And then as you produce, it becomes lower and lower and lower. But then it starts picking up again. The same thing that I was talking about in the short run, because of the capacity, the limitation. You can increase and lower cost. Why increase and lower cost? Because you remember we had average fixed cost. They get lower as you increase production. Right? In the average fixed cost is equal to fixed cost divided by quantity. So marginal cost na yoso even total variable cost. They also do the same thing, even total cost. Initially, no matter high, but then it goes down. As you increase, as you you enjoy economies of scale. But later on, you don't, because you are reaching a capacity of the factors that you are using. So for example, I gave the example of land. You can increase, you have 1 acre. You can increase your production initially by, say, you put Munanja Machito, you increase to 3, you increase to 4, you increase to 5, like that. You start gaining, you gain, and it becomes very attractive. Kungo jizera muzimozi, mabaga million jizera. But same thing, when they are talking about fertilizer, when jizera bag from 1 to 2, you find you give you done to singer to 3 bags to 4 bags, but it will be a time where you will not get anything from increasing your bags of fertilizer on that 1 acre of land. So the concept of diminishing marginal return starts kicking in. It starts getting into the operation. That's what is also sometimes called the law of variable proportion. So marginal cost also tends to behave in the same way. Initially, it's very high and then it's decreasing, but later on, you start losing that benefit. Because marginal cost, when they decrease, it's for the benefit of the businessman, right? Yeah. You are happy. But you cannot be happy forever in the short run. Until you reorganize again, so you start hitting the wall, until you reorganize now your technical specifications. So if you were a company running a factory to produce cement, you have to order a different set of equipment with higher capacity. Then, by increasing labor, you start getting more and more cement. Because the capacity of the machine can allow you to do that. That's what we mean by short run and long run. Short run, you have these limitations that kick in. In the long run, you can deal with them and change in the long run. But in the short run decisions, you have to deal with these limitations sometimes. That's why I was talking about optimal rate. How do you make sure you get maximum profit? Maximum profit is only obtained when you calculate and see that your marginal revenue starts being equal to your marginal cost. Then you solve. Okay, so see you next week. We'll start a new topic, and then I'll hand out the exam. Just feel sorry for some of you. I really don't know whether to hand them out or not. I feel very sorry for some of you. But some seem to have understood and answered well. So maybe we'll find time sometime within our course to go through what I expected you to write, my answers. Maybe we can be together because now they appear to be asked different papers, they want to same answer. Those are the techniques of examining. So better maybe we should go over those things. At a later stage, maybe as we go towards the end of the semester, maybe that's what we should do. But in some of the scripts, I have attempted to tell somebody to the Ababa Okanapanga John. It's not on every script. Then I was Macau wa Mango Party. Then I was out in a good mood, who Okanapanga John. So, the my I was in a pay. We don't have what kind of time. So it's best to draw a vision together, which is maybe. Come on, let's really put attention. The next thing I want to point out now, my personal feeling, I may be wrong. Sometimes when I was in they don't want to listen. So go back again to it, this is how we use this. If you make up your mind like that, it becomes so difficult. For a bit, you would move a bit more. Long as you really add to Georgia, but you make up your mind to move, but if you look at that, family mina pesa yangu natoke umenusu mtazika kwa hiyo penda pia mai wewe unaishi kwa nini mandazi okay. So see you next week.
Thank you. Well,